Tywin Lannister died on a Privy in Season 4. We all know that. It's the most humiliating death in Game of Thrones history. But what if I told you that Tywin Lannister didn't just die there? He scheduled it. Game of Thrones is packed with amazing scenes you've probably seen analyzed more than once. But if there's one that blows my mind every time I watch it, it's this one. A quiet scene from Season 3.
And I would let myself be consumed by maggots before mocking the family name and making you heir to Casterly Rock.
No swords, no dragons, just a father and a son in a dark room. In many ways, this scene is an absolute masterpiece. Because when Tywin says consumed by maggots, he isn't just insulting his son, he is writing his own autopsy report. Exactly 19 episodes later, he is found dead, in a toilet, the exact place where maggots breed. He didn't just predict his death, he chose it. I mean, sure, I'll talk about all those things that make this scene a masterpiece in detail, but first, we need some context. This conversation takes place right after the Battle of Blackwater. And that timing is everything. Because Tyrion just saved the city, he bled in the mud, he took an axe to the face. He walks into this room expecting a thank you, or at least to be seen. But look at the way Tywin dominates the room here. It is effortless. He doesn't look up. He keeps writing. It's a masterclass in establishing power. Without saying a single word, he tells Tyrion, "You are invisible to me." And when Tyrion finally asks for what is his by right, Casterly Rock,
"You want Casterly Rock?"
"It is mine, by right."
Tywin shuts him down. And this is where the tragedy begins. Because at first glance, it looks like Tywin is just being strong, a lion protecting his pride. But if you look closer, you realize that this is actually Tywin Lannister's biggest weakness on display. Consumed by maggots. Why did he choose those specific words? To understand that, we have to look at something the show never explicitly tells us, but the books explore in detail. We have to talk about Tywin's father, Tytos Lannister. In the books, we learn that Tytos was a weak man. People laughed at him. They called him the Toothless Lion. Tywin grew up watching his house crumble because his father was too soft. So, Tywin spent his entire life building an armor of invincibility. He became obsessed with the image of House Lannister. So when Tyrion, a dwarf, the stark opposite of that perfect image, asks for the castle, Tywin doesn't see a son. He sees the ghost of his father's weakness. He sees people laughing at him again. And that fear makes him say the thing that seals his fate. He admits right here that he cares more about his ego than his family legacy. He would rather let the castle rot than let the wrong Lannister hold it. And the ironic part? By trying to avoid being laughed at, he sets himself up for the most laughable death possible. But there is another layer here. A darker one. Why does he hate Tyrion this much? Most of us would agree that this is one of the most heartbreaking lines in the show. But let me explain it this way. Tywin claims he hates Tyrion because he killed his mother.
You who killed your mother to come into the world?
But I think that's a lie he tells himself. The real reason is much simpler and much more painful. He hates Tyrion because Tyrion is the only one who is actually like him. Jaime is a warrior. Cersei is, well, Cersei. But Tyrion? Tyrion is a genius. Tyrion is a strategist. Tyrion is ruthless when he needs to be. When Tywin looks at Tyrion, he sees a mirror. And because he cannot handle that his perfect reflection is trapped in a dwarf's body, he tries to break the mirror. Just look at Tyrion's face in this moment. He doesn't say a word, but his eyes scream. This is the moment he realizes, it doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter if I save the city. He will never love me. And that realization makes him dangerous. And now, we get to the climax of the scene.
The next whore I cut in your bed, I'll hang.
The moment Tywin signs his death warrant. At this point, you might think this is just a standard threat, But if you know Tyrion's history, you know this is psychological torture. He is reminding Tyrion of Tysha, his first wife, whom Tywin destroyed.
Her name was Tysha. My father brought in my wife and gave her to his guards.
Tywin thinks he is asserting control, but what he's actually doing is giving Tyrion a set of instructions. Input: hurt the woman I love. Output: I will kill you. Fast forward to the Season 4 finale. Tyrion finds Shay in Tywin's bed. The hypocrisy shatters him. And what does he do? He follows the instructions his father gave him in this very room. He picks up the crossbow. He finds Tywin on the Privy. And even then, Tywin tries to command him.
Tyrion, put down the crossbow.
But it's too late. That line isn't an agreement. It's a threat. He is saying, I am the monster you made. I am the ruthlessness you taught. Tywin Lannister spent his life trying to be a golden statue. Perfect, hard, untouchable. But in the end, he died like any other man, consumed by his own pride, consumed by the son he rejected, and yes, consumed by maggots. But here's the scary part. Tywin thought he was the ultimate player. But while he was busy bullying his son, someone else was dismantling his entire legacy right under his nose. Olenna Tyrell. She didn't just kill Joffrey. She outsmarted Tywin in a way he never saw coming. Tywin lost his war in Season 3. But Olenna? She won hers in a single moment that almost everyone missed. If you want to see the exact move that makes Olenna the real winner of Game of Thrones, and why even Tywin couldn't stop her, you need to watch this video next. Trust me, once you see her strategy, Tywin looks like an amateur. I'll see you there.